Greetings. Hi, I'm Mayor Mike Beamish from the city of Troy, Ohio, and we welcome you to this Mayor's Report. I have with me today our Fire Chief, Chief Chris Behringer. And Chief, this is a wonderful opportunity for us to showcase two new pieces of equipment to our fleet to provide fire service and EMS service to our citizens of Troy. And so I thought today would be a good day to showcase those two pieces of equipment. And Chief, maybe right behind us is the new tanker, and maybe you can give us a little play-by-play of what this piece of equipment can do if we need to put it into service.
Absolutely, Mayor. This is a 2013 tanker slash pumper. It can run as a tanker and shuttle water, or it also has the capability to be utilized as a pumper. This, like I say, this vehicle is 2013. It was built by Pierce Manufacturing. As you can see, a little different color scheme. We've got black over red. This vehicle actually replaced the 1988 Grumman Firecat tanker. That was a 1,000-gallon tanker. This is actually 1,800 gallons. So when we go into Concord Township or Staunton Township, we'll have 1,800 gallons of water immediately accessible, and we have a 2,000-gallon dump tank where we can set up, and other agencies can shuttle water in and dump water into that tank, so we can keep continuous water flow. Like I said, our previous tanker was only 1,000 gallons. That vehicle was actually purchased by the Concord Township trustees back in 1988, and then they gave it to the City of Troy Fire Department housed it. They paid for the maintenance and upkeep, the lube oils and filters, tires, any other maintenance type items. They were responsible for that, but we housed it and we responded into Concord Township with that vehicle. I forget what year, I believe it was around 2001, 2002, the township decided that they would turn that vehicle over to us to maintain. So, and since that time we have maintained it as one of our vehicles, but this one, like I said, replaces that. It's state of the art. We'll show you here inside the back here where the two guys can ride. It's quite roomy. We may have to make some alterations. This right here is an EMS cabinet, so they can carry some EMS supplies, first in bag, things of that nature. So if they get on a scene and someone does need immediate medical assistance, if they have the four guys, they can get down, they can do their fire thing, and they can also provide some medical treatment until like an ambulance or an ALS medic would get there.
Chief, you brought up a good point. One of the positives that I think our fire department, many things, they're very professional, they have wonderful service they provide, we have the right state-of-the-art equipment, but one thing that I think makes us really unique is that both they are firefighters and they are paramedics.
That's
And when
correct.
they go to a scene, a lot of people may or may not know that when they come to the scene, they can interchange pretty quickly and take on different roles. Is that correct?
That is correct. All of our employees here are required to maintain firefighter level 2 and paramedic certification throughout their career. The other caveat is they're also required to maintain fire safety inspector. So that's just another interchangeable part. If we need help in the bureau doing inspections or something along the fire prevention side, they can also perform those functions. So yeah, we're quite blessed here in Troy that my employees can provide three different types of service, and that's a big benefit to this community and the people we have contracts with.
So it doesn't matter what piece of equipment they come out on, they're ready to go either way.
And that's correct. And the guys carry their fire gear. If they go on a medic run, their fire gear is in the medic. So if they're at the hospital or they've completed a medic run and we have a fire, they can respond in that vehicle, and they have their gear. They can get out and then go right to work.
See, and I think that's something that makes us just a wonderful asset to our community and a safeguard to our community and its citizens. Now, this pumper, tanker, is going to be housed Station 1?
It will be housed at Station 1 because that's where the bulk of our manpower is on a daily basis. And we want to make sure that if it is called into service, that we're going to have some people that are ready to respond.
I know today's show we're at Station 2, but I wanted people to understand it doesn't matter. We have Station 1, 2, and 3. All stations are prepared for service at any given moment. Is that correct?
That is correct. Like I said, we only have so many people per day, but well, like if Station 2 is out on a medic run, there are other people that can respond into this area from different stations for fire or another ambulance run if necessary. Plus, we also have some mutual aid agreements with the surrounding volunteer companies that can, if our resources are taxed, we can notify them and they'll respond right away.
And speaking of that, response time's always been quick. I've seen that happen.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter where they're coming from. When they get the call, they're gone.
Absolutely. The volunteer agencies that we have asked for assistance, their response times are really quite impressive.
That's good. Well, let's move over to our other piece of new equipment, and that's the Medic 3. We'll start off, Chief, if you could just tell us, it says Medic 3, so where's this new piece of equipment going to be housed?
This new piece of equipment is going to be at Station 3. There's less chance of confusion, so we try to name our medics Medic 1, Station 1, Medic 2, Station 2, Medic 3, Station 3. I'm a simple man. It makes it easy for me.
That's not always been the case. Is that correct?
That's correct. There was a time when, for instance, we had Engine 4 at Station 2 and some other things, but we kind of got all that taken care of, so we're good to go. I would like to make one other comment about the tanker. When you see this thing coming, you're going to notice a different sound. We actually have installed on that the old Federal Q siren, so it's going to sound like the old-time fire engines. And when that thing's rolling down the road, you're going to know what it is.
You'll know it's the new piece
Absolutely.
of equipment. Well, let's go back to the Medic here because it looks really familiar in Troy. We have others that have the same color scheme, but there are some differences with this piece of equipment.
There are some minor differences. It is a Horton. It's an international, but it's built on a smaller chassis. It's the TerraStar chassis as opposed to the Navistar chassis that the Medic 1 and Medic 2 are built on. This thing, it also has, because of the emission stuff, has a different, with the chassis you have to do different things. So there's additives that we put in, the fuel and whatnot, and when they start it up in the station, there's no particulate that goes into the air. Due to that, so it's a little bit smaller, a little easier to handle, but as with any ambulance, the ride is still going to be a little stiff.
But it also has enough room that can accommodate some patient that you take to the hospital or wherever you. And we should mention there's times when you may have to transport not just the upper valley.
That's true. When you're talking about the actual box, the patient compartment and back there, that is actually the same size in dimensions as our other medics. The only difference here is the chassis. And yes, we have at times, due to various circumstances, had to transport patients to Miami Valley, Good Sam, Children's, other than UVMC.
I wanted our citizens to understand that we go to the place that's going to best serve the patient. Is that correct?
That's the goal, is to make sure that the people that we do transport are transported to the most appropriate facility.
And we do have CareFlight available to us too. Many people do. Yeah, I think sometimes you may want to describe how we go, how we make the determination for CareFlight.
Yes. That decision is basically up to the on-scene people. If they feel they have the authority, if they feel it is medically necessary, they have the authority to have CareFlight dispatched directly to the scene. There's some protocol and criteria that have to be met, but they do have that authority. They don't have to rely on me or one of the assistant chiefs or one of the other command officers to make that call. They have the authority to have CareFlight dispatched.
Well, thank you. As we come to a close of our program, we do have 3 stations, and we do have equipment at all 3 stations. We talked about the tanker/pumper, and we've talked about the medic. What additional pieces of equipment do we have available if we need to put into service?
At Station 1, we have, of course, Tower 1, the 100-foot aerial platform. We also have the grass truck down there. Medic 4, our fourth medic, is down there. At Station 3, we have an inflatable boat at Station 1. At Station 3, we have a trench rescue trailer. We have, of course, Engine 3, Medic 3. We have a inflatable boat out there. We also house the county hazmat slash command truck out there. And here we have Engine 2, Medic 2, the John boat, rescue John boat, and our fifth medic, Medic 5, which was our reserve here. And then all of our bike medic stuff, our bike medic program, all the bikes and supplies and all that are here at Station 2.
I think the reason I asked that question is people need to know, you know, we have a full service fire department, and they do a wonderful job. All your firefighters slash paramedics are wonderfully trained. Chief, I appreciate you taking time to showcase our two newest pieces of equipment, along with just discussing what we and the procedures and what we have available to about handle any kind of situation. And I want to thank you. I want to thank all your firefighters, paramedics for what they do for the citizens of Troy. Thank you. And let's just hope we don't have to put these pieces of equipment into operation many times.
Well, thank you, Mayor. It's been my pleasure to be able to showcase these two fantastic pieces of equipment, and also have the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity to get out to the citizens of, you know, we're here. We try to offer as many services as we can. I like to consider us a full-service fire department.
Obviously, that is so correct. Well, I want to thank again Chief Chris Behringer for being a part of our program today. I hope you've enjoyed this informative program here concerning our firefighters, our fire program, and our paramedics. Thank you very much, and have a good, safe week.